know we've seen better days. Life is just a game we play.
Hey you guys, I am so happy you're here today. Gosh, this year has absolutely flown by. I cannot believe we are almost into the new year already. But there has been a lot that has happened over this past year, lots of highs and also some lows. But every year that we are here is a year to be grateful for. But anyway, today I am sharing a brand new Clean With Me marathon. If you're unfamiliar with what the cleaning marathons are, it's actually an idea that my husband came up with several years ago, and basically I compile several of my recent cleaning videos into one super long and motivating video that you can put up on your TV, tablet, or phone. That way, as you work on your chores, you have a friend to clean along with and constant motivation coming your way where you're not having to get distracted by changing up what videos you're watching. You just have that consistent motivation right in front of you. Now in this video, I'm sharing cleaning motivation along with decorating ideas and even some decluttering tips and inspiration to help you finish the year with a little less chaos and start the year off right. So you have everything that you need in this one video. I hope that you really enjoy this one and it gets you feeling motivated and helps you get done all the things that you need to. And I also hope that it makes doing all the things feel a bit more enjoyable as we work side by side today. I have so many more videos that I'm going to be sharing in the coming weeks. And oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot wait for all the things that I have planned for the new year. Lots and lots of cleaning motivation, more of my whole house decluttering series, lots of yummy new recipes and homemaking inspiration, and also some brand new house projects and home makeovers. So be sure to subscribe if you love videos like that. And without further ado, let's do this together. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be decorating for Christmas and winter time. I'm going to be sharing some cleaning motivation, of course, simple and easy decorating ideas, as well as the cutest holiday DIY. It costs basically nothing, and we're going to finish everything off with our yearly hot cocoa bars. So we have a lot packed into today's video. Let's do this.
Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing, favorite season.
All right, we are going to be starting out by giving our home a quick, tidy, just, some general everyday cleaning. I did do a lot of deep cleaning and actually undecorating from fall in my last video. So today things are feeling like a peaceful blank slate. There's not a lot of decor hanging around. A lot of areas have already been cleaned, and honestly, I just love it. I want to do this every single year where I kind of break up the decorating and cleaning portion and undecorating also. Now we are actually decorating a few days earlier than normal because we have family coming into town to stay with us, including my mom, which I am so excited to see her. But with having family come in, we just are not going to have time to get all the things done that we need to on top of undecorating from fall and decorating for Christmas and winter and all of that. So that's why we're doing it just a few days early. But our boys have been watching Christmas movies for the last 3 weeks, and I have been listening to Christmas music, so we do not mind at all getting a few extra days of Christmas thrown in. Like I had mentioned, I went through and undecorated everything on a different day, and I am just loving the peace that it gives me to kind of break things up a bit. And it really made this day so much more enjoyable because to me, undecorating things feels like work, but pulling out all of the Christmas decor, styling it, putting everything up feels fun to me. And so I definitely enjoy doing this a bit more. But one of the things that I didn't get around to doing last time was actually going through and wiping down and cleaning the shelves. And that's something that I always do before I start decorating for a new season or a holiday. And so I went through and did that today. And to do that, I'm just using my full circle duster, my e-cloth, general purpose cloth with just water, and then my bloom towel to dry and polish everything. Those morning light leaks are one of my favorite small peaceful moments in the day. I just love them. They always put a smile on my face when I catch them. But here I'm just going through and wiping off our dining table and also our little sideboard dresser. Let me know if you guys remember. This was earlier in the year, but I went through and actually completely made over this dresser that I found from Facebook Marketplace. I sanded everything down and painted it and gave it kind of this two-tone look. And then I also actually did the same thing with our bar stools that are along our kitchen island and also our dining table. So this whole area is totally transformed. And I love that everything was previously used from Facebook Marketplace. We got really good deals and we were able to kind of upcycle those furniture pieces. Last week, I started my brand new decluttering series where I'm going through my entire house and decluttering it from top to bottom, every nook and cranny. I feel like I usually do this in the beginning of the year, but this year I've just been feeling so overwhelmed and I wanted to bring a lot more peace into the house, especially around the busy and fun but kind of chaotic holiday season. And so I started doing that last week, and I'm doing things a little bit differently because I've been reading a bunch of decluttering books and I feel like I've learned a lot of new tricks. I went through and started that series last week. So I shared my first episode in that one. And then later this week, I'm actually going to be starting to declutter our kitchen. Trust me, it really needs it. I feel like it can't breathe right now with all the things we have in the cabinets. So we are going to be decluttering a ton in here, but let me know in the comments, would you rather see my part 2 Christmas clean and decorate, which will be where I decorate upstairs in like a totally different style, or would you rather see the kitchen declutter first? I will definitely be sharing both of those videos, but just let me know which one you're more excited to see, and that's the one that I'll share first next week.
Let them shine. I used to be one of them Christmas trees.
So we are definitely getting into Christmas just a little bit early, not honestly a ton for us because we typically will decorate the first day of November, but I'm not even upset about it. I love the Christmas season. It's absolutely my favorite time of year, one, to decorate, but also I feel like it's just so warm, obviously not outside, but inside your home, it just feels so warm and everyone is extra giving. I feel like that's the time where you volunteer a lot more, you help out a lot more, you just kind of donate your time and whatever you can to others. And I really love that. It just always makes me feel really good. And it just kind of seems like the magical season. So I am so looking forward to Christmas. And I love that in our house, we decorate a little bit early just to invite those good vibes into the house and just start feeling them and enjoying them a little bit early. Because definitely one downside to Christmas and the holiday season is that it goes by so fast just because there's so much going on. You a lot of times have company, maybe you might travel somewhere. There's just so much to do around this time of year. So I'm trying my best to do everything I can to make it really enjoyable and really fun for my kids, because it's really hitting me that they don't have as much time at home than I ever think they do. And so I really just want to do my best to make their childhood as amazing as it can be. So these little Christmas decorations are actually just some Dollar Tree DIYs that I made and shared in last week's video. I was so happy with how everything turned out. It was really easy to do, and obviously these just didn't cost a lot of money to make. They're actually just some DIY dupes of more expensive items that you can buy at the store, but instead we made them ourselves. So I will link that video down below in the description box. Definitely check it out. These turned out so cute.
In this time, erase the line and unite the whole world. Merry Christmas.
Before we get into actually decorating everything, which we are so close, I actually want to maybe rearrange the living room a little bit. I've been kind of toying with the idea of maybe getting a sectional just to kind of change things up in here and maybe moving these couches to Kyle's in my office. For now, I think I'm just gonna kind of rearrange in here. One of the reasons is because I want to check out how it would look with a sectional, and the other reason is because we have our saguaro cactus in here and I kind of want to leave him here. I really like him. I think I'm gonna string some string lights up on him, but if we do that, then that is normally where our Christmas tree goes. So we might kind of put our Christmas tree right here, because then you could see it from the cutout. We'll just kind of have to test things out, but if we do that, then we definitely will need to move that couch. So let's go ahead and kind of rearrange just a little bit. I'll probably vacuum the floors while I do that, and then we'll actually start decorating. I'm honestly loving the coziness of the living room when it's set up like this. If you've been here for a long time, you know that we've moved around our couches and chairs all over the living room, trying to kind of figure everything out, how we wanted to style it. And I feel like we finally figured that out. But whenever we moved into this house, the reason that I wanted to get 2 couches versus getting a sectional like we've had before is because I did want to be able to kind of rearrange things, and I really do love that. But let me know in the comments, do you have a sectional or do you have 2 couches like us where you can kind of rearrange things? And let me know what your thoughts are on them. I just go back and forth in my head all the time, and I'd love any of your ideas, any of your thoughts on the matter. The amount of happiness that I feel whenever I pull in those Christmas bins each year, it's just, it takes me back to my childhood. I remember when my mom would bring in the bin of Christmas decorations, and it would just be so exciting to me. I remember laying on the floor and just pulling things out, and we would kind of set things up here and there. She definitely didn't go as all out as I do nowadays, but it was still just so much fun and so special, and memories that I'll always have. And so I really hope that our kids can kind of remember that too, like all the fun things that I would bring out to kind of decorate and just bring that warmth of Christmas into the house. But I did want to share with you guys, I am going to be doing a $100 giveaway just to give back this holiday season. I'll kind of talk a little bit more about it later on in the video, but as usual, I keep it very simple. All you have to do is make sure you are subscribed to my channel, and then go ahead and leave a comment on the videos that I've shared over this last month. I will have all the details down in the description box, but this is international, so everybody can enter. And I just want to say a huge thank you for being here with me today.
Your light shine, and you are a gift to the world. Let your light shine. Don't you forget.
All right, we are going to start decorating in the kitchen and dining room area, but I'm gonna try something that I'm really hoping will work. So, do you see this picture over here? I love it so much. It's so pretty. However, at Christmas time, it just never matches the vibe, obviously, because it's like, you know, Arizona summer cactuses. So I was trying to figure out what to do because I don't want to take it down and risk it getting broken, and I kind of don't want to go to the hassle of doing all that. I thought, you know what, I bet I could draw a cute little design on it. Not obviously on the picture itself. However, I could use some brown paper. I could draw a cute little Christmas village on here. So this was just some random like bits of the brown paper that I had. So I kind of tested it out a little bit, but I just have a chalk marker. First, I'm gonna draw a Christmas village on the brown paper. Then I'm going to attach it to the canvas, just probably with tape on the back. The only hiccup that I'm coming across though is that the brown paper that I have is not gonna be like tall enough for it. So I'm going to have to do 2 strips and then there will be a crease. So I'm trying to figure out exactly like how I want to camouflage that crease. And I'm thinking I'll either use tissue paper or like that snow blanket that you can get from the store. But we'll just kind of go with it. I'll start drawing up the houses and then we'll go from there. This was so cool. I have just been trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do with this picture to kind of make it more festive and seasonal. And when I had this idea, I just was so excited to get this done. And I love that it's very customizable. So you could do this with any art piece that you have in your house that you want to change up for the seasons. I feel like it's very whimsical, very customizable. So I just went through and I drew everything out with a pencil first. That way I could kind of iron out all of my mess ups. And then once I got everything how I wanted it, I went in with a chalk marker and it turned out so cute. This DIY cost almost nothing because you can find the brown paper at Dollar Tree. I actually always have this on hand up in our closet upstairs. And then the paint markers cost just a couple of dollars at Walmart. So you can do this DIY on a very minimal budget, and I feel like it makes a big impact. Last minute, Kyle had this idea to actually put the decorated paper in the middle, and then he thought we could just add some strips to the top and bottom, and that ended up working out so much better than what I had originally had the idea for. And all I did was kind of fold it around the edges as if it were a present, and then I just attached it with tape on the edges, and that way I knew it wouldn't harm the canvas itself. Now you can definitely see the seams of the paper, but I'm going to be covering those up a little bit later on in the video, so you'll see exactly kind of what I decided to do with that in just a bit. All right, that of course took longer than I was expecting it would, as always, but it looks really cool. I might go in and just try to like recolor it in a little bit darker. And the only thing I'm gonna do is actually get maybe like a gold ribbon or something to kind of run it across those seams. I think it'll just make it look a little bit more finished, but I love it. I think it's so cool. As for my table, I don't do anything too crazy on here. I typically will just do a simple table runner and then a tray and kind of style that for the season. And even that actually I wasn't doing for a long time. We instead had a bowl of fruit on here, but lately I just feel like we haven't been eating the fruit on the table, so I moved that over to the counter, and now the bright side is I get to style a little tray on my table. And I'm actually planning to make a short video to share several different ideas on ways to style a Christmas tray, but everything that I'm using right here, including the tray and all of the decor, actually came from Walmart. I will have everything linked down below, but Walmart's decor has been top notch. I have just been in love with basically all the stuff they've been putting out lately. One thing I have loved to add into our kitchen last year and this year, and I think I'll just do it continuing on from here on out, is to go ahead and add some garland just right above the cabinets. I feel like it gives such a big impact and adds a ton to the holiday feel, but I love that it's just literally sitting on top of your cabinets so it's not in the way or anything. And this specific garland I actually got last year from Walmart, and I love that it has that real garland feel, but it's very, very affordable. If they still have it in stock this year, I will definitely link it down below, but I just love this stuff, and I feel like a lot of the good looking garlands are very expensive, so I was super stoked to find this one last year. If you've been here for a while, I'm sure you remember we did a full kitchen makeover earlier this year, and one of the things that we did is Kyle and I added this above and under cabinet lighting ourselves, and I absolutely love how it looks just kind of shining through that garland. I think it's so, so pretty.
Let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time.
One of my favorite ways to decorate in the kitchen is very functional. It's just using a kitchen towel. These ones are actually bloom towels from last Christmas, so I'm sure they're gonna be coming out with a new launch maybe in like the next month or so, and I'm excited to see what they have. But I'm just gonna fold up the rest of these because these have actually kind of been in storage, and then I'll pick which one we're gonna show up today. These are my bloom towels, and this fold is actually something that I learned from their Instagram page, so I've just kind of coined it as the bloom towel fold. But anyway, after I filmed this video, Megan and Amanda, which are the two owners of Bloom Towels, they shared a sneak peek of their brand new Christmas lunch, and oh my gosh, you guys, it is one of the cutest things I've ever seen. I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait to share with you guys. The new towels haven't arrived yet, but whenever they do, stay tuned because I'll definitely be sharing them with you guys. And my code for Bloom Towels is still working, so just use the code Amanda on any of the towels that you order from them, and it will save you 15% on your entire order.
Sunset, it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do.
All right, you guys have to let me know what you think about everything so far. I am absolutely loving the kitchen vibes. I think it's so Christmassy and wintry in here. I do have a few more touches to do in here, like for example, the hot cocoa bar we'll be adding, and I'm also going to be adding a little something to that brown paper DIY Christmas village that I made, just to kind of make it feel a little bit more finished. All right, it is a new day. We have a lot that I want to still get done today, but it's gonna go a lot faster than yesterday. I really think my DIY kind of set me back because I was hoping to get everything done yesterday, but it's okay. It was just kind of fun to kind of take my time and go through everything. So we have the dining room and kitchen kind of decorated. I do want to actually add some ribbon. So I went to Dollar Tree last night and I got some ribbon to add on to my little DIY picture. And now today we are going to be focusing in the living room. So we're gonna be decorating the shelves, putting up our Christmas tree. We're not decorating it today, or actually for a while. We're just gonna let it be up. And then I also want to wrap this guy in lights, and then also just like add a few other little touches here and there. And then we cannot forget, we want to set up our hot cocoa bar. I think we're gonna go ahead and do that today. The boys are so excited. I like kind of hinted to them that we were getting it last night, that I was gonna work on it today, and they're so beyond excited. So let's go ahead and get into everything. So I am just hot gluing some gold ribbon onto the brown paper DIY, and I love how this ended up turning out. It totally hid the seams. I was able to just use ribbon that I found from Dollar Tree, so it was super budget friendly still. Now I do kind of wish the ribbon I got was a little bit more of that vintage gold. Maybe I could have spray painted it outside, but I just used what Dollar Tree had and I still ended up loving it.
Echoing their joyous strains, angels we have heard on high, sweetly, sweetly through the night, and the mountains in reply, echoing their brief delight.
Finally, it is time to decorate the shelves, and I always say this, but I feel like when you're starting from scratch on an area, it can definitely feel overwhelming to get started. So I just always start with what I know. So I very first put out my nativity set, which is something that Kyle surprised me with years and years ago, and it's still like one of my absolute favorite pieces that I have ever. But I still remember getting them from him. I was in complete shock because I just was not expecting it at all. He knew that I had wanted them for years, but I knew they were pricey, so it was just kind of not on my radar. And as soon as I opened the box and saw what they were, I just burst into tears. I was so shocked and so grateful for them. And then over the years, he's kind of added little pieces here and there. So it's just something that makes me smile every single year that I pull it out and get it decorated in our house. Let me know in the comments if there are some pieces that are really, really sentimental to you, whether it's a regular decor piece all year round or if it's something that you use specifically for a certain season or holiday.
Commodore on bended knee, Christ the Lord, the newborn King.
So from there, I slowly just add items and take things away. And I feel like if you're struggling with kind of getting things to look right, you can always fall back on the rule of 3 when you're decorating. Now this year, I actually kind of left things a bit on the more simple side, and I kind of loved it. It just didn't feel overwhelming in there because sometimes the Christmas decor can get a little bit crazy, and I love the simplicity of it.
Phoenix Justice Day, oh. 321 days I spent the better half of the year just holding your space. I've got all the lights hanging up you can see from the street, but if you're not coming over, you can light up my dreams. Every snowfall reminds me to call, 'cause I know if you're not here, then it's not Christmas at all. But this year, oh, I believe you're coming back to me. I'll be your angel.
I have shared this story with you guys several times over the years, but I always feel led to share it, especially around the holidays and this kind of winter Christmas season. But years and years ago, when Kyle and I were first starting out together as a young married couple, we just did not have a lot, and I always dreamed about decorating our house and making it feel really warm and cozy. And I remember going over to some of my friends' homes, and they had this beautiful decor on their wall and on shelves, and then I went back to our house and we did not have really anything other than maybe a couple of pictures on our wall. And it just made me really long for the day when I would be able to decorate our home with decor pieces that I loved. And so every single time that I decorate our home, I just feel a huge sense of gratefulness and thankfulness that we are to the point that we're at in our life now, where I'm able to decorate our home and enjoy those little things. It's definitely not the most important thing, but it's just something that I am extra grateful for every year. And I just want to encourage you that if you are in that position at the moment, don't worry, things will change. And I can honestly say now, like, I look back at those times times, and I'm so grateful for all the things that we've learned and the patience that we had in getting to where we're at today. And I just want to give you guys a lot of encouragement. If you struggle watching these types of videos where people are decorating their homes, you are absolutely not alone. That is one of the huge reasons that I always try to give back to you guys, especially during the holiday seasons. So that is one of the big reasons why I wanted to offer that giveaway to you guys today. So hopefully that can bring you some joy. And in fact, I think we are going to go ahead and double this giveaway. So instead of one winner, we are going to pick 2 winners. So like I mentioned earlier, all the details for this are down in the description box. So check that out and get entered, and good luck, you guys. And thank you again so much for being here. For the coffee table, I kept things very simple. I just have this vase with some pretty winter greenery, and then I'm also adding in these candlesticks and tapered candles that actually look like Christmas trees. I found these from World Market and I love the detail on them. I just thought they were so pretty. Now, I never actually light my tapered candles. I don't know why. I feel like they just would get messy, but I absolutely love the look of them. Let me know if you have tapered candles in your house. Do you actually light them, or are they more just for look? One of my absolute favorite way and super simple ways that I like to decorate for any season or any holiday is just to change up your pillow covers. Now you can do this if you don't have actual inserts. You can just simply purchase pillow covers and then add them on your existing decorative pillows. But if you want, you can get pillow inserts from Amazon. That's always where I will get mine. And then as for finding pillow covers themselves, I love finding them from Amazon as well. And then these ones are actually from Temu, but you can find them all over the place. They don't take a lot of room up to store. They are a fraction of what it would cost to get a new pillow. I just love pillow covers so much, and it's one of those small details that can make a big impact. All right, we are almost done. I'm loving the vibe in here. It's just so warm and cozy. So we are going to go ahead and put up our Christmas tree. I'm hoping that it works right here in this area, but we'll see once we get it up. Then I do want to string up some lights on our cactus. And then we are gonna get to the hot cocoa bar. We're doing it very simple this year. You don't have to overdo it on the cocoa bar, but we're gonna go ahead and get the tree up and continue on.
Grab your coat, it's getting cold. Just look at the falling snow. This season's greetings, happy meetings. Oh, and a little bit of mistletoe. They're decorating.
The turkey wishbone from last Thanksgiving was somehow in our Christmas tree.
That is pretty disgusting.
We're still gonna make a wish.
Yeah.
We only have like 2 stripes that work. Darn it.
Way up north and
Once we put up the tree over on that sidewall, we just felt like it absolutely didn't work there. It kind of blocked the shelves and it made the living room feel more crowded. So we decided to move our cactus skeleton over to Kyle's office by the front door. And I'm not sure if we're gonna keep it there exactly, but for now that works. Then we'll put our tree back in its original spot.
Christmas time. The sound of sleigh bells on reindeer only comes this time of year. With Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen, run, Rudolph, you will be missed.
All right. That's a bit of a bummer. So the tree does not really work right here, which I was kind of wondering if it wouldn't work there, but we confirmed it didn't really work good there. It looks like the tree lights aren't working. Last year there was like a strip, I think 1 or 2 that didn't work, but the rest of it did. And this year it's like only 1 or 2 strips work. So that's not good. The other thing is the cactus kind of needs to stay over here now in Kyle's office for now. So we're not 100% sure if we'll keep it there. So for that reason, we're not going to bother wrapping it in lights today, But once we figure out what to do with it, I'll probably do that like in the next clean and decorate for Christmas, which is when we'll be going upstairs. I'll be doing like the garland on the rail, going upstairs, doing like kind of all the other stuff. So a little bit of a bummer, but it's okay. It's all turning out really good. It did not take the cats long to start playing in the tree. Do you see Benji trying to get into it? We're gonna go ahead and start making our hot cocoa bar. We're gonna put it over here because that's where we have our electric kettle for heating up water and everything. Most of this stuff, well, I guess not most, part of it. Some of it came from Dollar Tree, like the candy canes and the jars. A few things came from Temu, like these cute little trees. I feel like they look like marshmallow trees. These came from Temu along with the paper straws. And then like some of the food bits came from Walmart, but let's put it together. One thing that I love about hot cocoa bars is that you can get as fancy as you want with them, or you can totally downplay them and keep them very simple. That's definitely what I'm doing for this year's hot cocoa bar. And I love putting these together because I feel like it just creates some excitement for the kids in the kitchen. And it's not something that we keep out all year round. So it definitely makes this time of year feel a little bit more special. Do you guys get real trees or a fake tree for Christmas? Growing up, we always had real trees, and I actually loved going to pick out our tree every year. It was just a fun tradition. Then when we lived in Georgia, it was a lot harder for us to find a real tree, and so we ended up getting one of those really inexpensive Black Friday trees that were like 30 bucks or something, and that's what we had for one of our first Christmases as a family. And honestly, I just realized how easy and simple it was. You literally just put it all together, fluff the branches a bit, and you were good to go. You didn't have to water your tree. You didn't have to worry about a fire or anything. It was just so simple. However, one of the things that I do miss is that tree smell. So I just like to do different things each year to kind of add in my own. And this year I found this room spray from World Market. It smells just exactly like a Christmas tree. So I'm just kind of spraying it on the different fabrics and greenery that we have, and it smells literally like Christmas in here. All right, you guys, this is how our Christmas 2023 Winter Wonderland turned out downstairs on the main level. I love how everything came together. It's very similar to what I've done in past years, but I always try to add in a couple new pieces just to kind of spruce things up and make it feel fresh. And also, one of my biggest tips that I do is I do not take pictures. I don't try to recreate anything. I try to kind of make it up from scratch each year. That way it doesn't feel like the same decor every single year. It just kind of keeps it fun while I'm not having to spend a bunch of money or buy a bunch of new decor. It just kind of keeps things simple, but still really fun and exciting. So let me know in the comments, what was your favorite thing that we did today? This is definitely my vibe down here. I love just like the simple beautiful, kind of earthy winter wonderland down here. It's just kind of very organic looking. Upstairs, I really kind of cater to the kids a lot more. So that is more of like my candy cane lane, or we just go a little bit more whimsical up there. And that's what we're going to be working on next. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I cannot wait to chat with you guys in the comments. Don't forget about that giveaway. Make sure you get entered down below, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.
Feel the home fires burning, baby. This drive might take a while, but we are headed home, traveling Christmas style.
Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of my Christmas Clean and Decorate with me for 2023. I am so excited for everything we're doing today. We are, of course, doing some cleaning. I'll be decorating upstairs in a more whimsical way. We're also adding in garland, and I'm also adding in lights to not only our broken Christmas tree, but also our cactus. So let's do this.
Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds playing, carols singing, favorite season.
First, I'm starting out by just cleaning up our wood wall by our front door. This area is our drop zone a lot of times, and so it ends up looking very cluttered and not looking great. So I try my best to keep up with it and just tidy that up. But you can kind of see in the background a little bit how we decorated last week, and I went with a more neutral feel. We did kind of a winter wonderland style down here. That's the same thing that we've done for the past several years, and I love it. It's like very earthy, very neutral, but just warm and cozy. But upstairs, you'll see in a little bit, but we go a lot more whimsical and fun for the boys, and I love it. But let me know in the comments, do you get snow for Christmas time, or do you have more of a green Christmas like we do? We definitely don't get snow here in Arizona, at least not in the Phoenix area. However, growing up in Montana, we always had a white Christmas. One time it even snowed in the middle of June. Now that's not how it normally goes, but basically all of November until, I don't know, months and months and months into the year, we grew up with snow in Montana. But anyway, yeah, let me know where you live, if you have snow, and if you do or don't have snow, do you like the snow or do you like not having the snow? For me, I really only enjoy it like the week of Christmas, and the rest of the time I'm just so good to not have to deal with snow.
Baby, this drive might take a while.
Now here I am just going ahead and cleaning our TVs. I have no idea what happened to this one, but it was all smeared, so I'm sure somebody got their hands all over it and tried to make the situation better. But to clean TVs, I love using my e-cloths. I just use the general purpose e-cloth to wipe it down, and then to dry and polish it, I use the glass and polishing cloth, and it works like a charm. And by the way, I totally don't show this bathroom very often. I think just because it's a small bathroom and so the angles are kind of tricky to get in there, but let me know if you remember when it used to be a lime green bathroom. The color was so intense in there. We have actually done 3 DIY bathroom makeovers within the last year, and I love all 3 of them. They all have similarities, but they're all very different. So if you have seen them all, let me know in the comments which of the 3 bathrooms do you feel was the biggest transformation.
Wrapping paper everywhere. Lights aglow on the tree. Nowhere else I'd rather be. Feel the heart fire burning, baby. Tell that story one more time. We're gonna spend our night living in Christmas style all night. Living in Christmas style, that's right. Living in Christmas style. I've been waiting all year for my Christmas gifts, making a list. Shiny, wrapped up in a bow, something just for me. Baby, you're my wish. What my heart is longing for now. What I really want to see. What I really want underneath my Christmas tree. Getting caught up in the spirit, knowing that it's coming soon. Pretty red and green.
I tell you guys this all the time, but our theater room definitely gets used and abused. But once I got it mostly clean, I went ahead and started undecorating the shelves. We don't have a whole lot of area in here to decorate, but we do have these floating shelves. And I've actually been kind of toying with the idea of adding those chunky DIY shelves that we did in a few of our bathrooms. If you know what kind of shelves I'm talking about, let me know what you think of that. If you think that those shelves would look better here, or if you like the shelves that we have right now. Also, these mirrored doors, they just drive me nuts because they basically never look good other than the day that I clean them, and then I can just never keep up with them. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with these because they have no handles on them and you have to push it open in order to get in there. Always is a mess in here. So if you have any brilliant ideas for this, let me know in the comments. I really, really want to figure something out for this situation too.
Kissing on a gas lamp sidewalk, underneath the starry sky. Walking down the Royal Mile with your hand in mine. Feeling like it's gonna happen, that my wish is coming true. I know that I'll be spending Valentine's with you. Singing the old carols by candlelight. Roasting chestnuts on the open fire. Every little thing with you just feels right. So right, 'cause Santa always comes at night.
So I came out of the theater room and tossed that little firehouse hat down to recycle it. And it landed on this little ledge right here, which clearly you can see this is not the first time that's happened. So I used Noah's stuffed snake to go ahead and try to kind of knock it down. I was mostly successful because I got most of the items off, but I'll have to go back with something else to get that balloon off a little later. Oh gosh, was it 1 year ago, like last year, or was it the year before? I can't remember when we did this loft makeover. I think it might have been just this last Christmas time, but I found most of the furniture in this room from Facebook Marketplace, including this couch, for literally just $100. And it's been so incredible. It's actually a really comfy couch, but I do need to spend some time and just re-fluff it a little bit, just add a little fluffing to it. But it's just one of those things that's on my list, and hopefully I'll get to it soon.
Late December always make me believe, 'cause Santa always comes at night. Santa always comes at night, yeah.
All right, we are ready to decorate, and oh my gosh, Felix was just cracking me up. He is the most chill cat. Literally, I picked up the Christmas tote, started bringing it up the stairs, and he wasn't even bothered. He just sat there like, all right, I'm going along for the ride. And then I go to set it down upstairs, and he just sits on it still. Like, this cat is so silly.
Christmas joys. Ho, ho, ho.
Who wouldn't go?
Ho, ho, ho.
Who wouldn't go?
Up on the housetop, click, click, click. Down through the chimney with good Saint Nick.
First comes a stack.
So here is all of my red and white Christmas decor, and I guess there's some black kind of mixed in there as well, but I have had this decor ever since we finished our basement in our Utah house, and oh my gosh, we just miss that basement so much. It was such a vibe to go down and hang out in there. Let me know if you have ever seen those videos, if you've been with me that long, back when we actually finished our basement ourselves. It just sucked you in, and it was really, honestly, so hard to leave. Like, you just wanted to sit there and hang out in there for hours. All right, I have all of my decor out. I brought up a few things that I didn't use downstairs, but that typically I will use downstairs. So I don't know, it's a little bit like less whimsical, I guess, but I'm deciding I'm going to add in just a few pops of gold up here because I really have loved that downstairs. It's been so much fun to do. So upstairs we're gonna have the typical red and white that we do for the boys, and then we're also just gonna add a few more pops of gold. Pretty much everything is things I've had, except I did get a couple of trees from Walmart this year. These character pillows are so popular right now. They are very expensive though. So this was actually from TJMaxx. I got it a couple of weeks ago. We were walking out of the store and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I thought it was so cute. The boys are gonna love it. It's the gingerbread man and it was $14.99 from TJMaxx. So definitely a steal compared to those other ones. But let me show you the other things that I have and then we'll get to decorating. This diffuser is so cool. I actually have the real version of this from Young Living, but I got it from someone on Mercari, so I got it for way cheaper than they originally sell for. But this one is a dupe of that diffuser. It works just the same. I found it on Amazon for under 50 bucks and it's just like the coolest diffuser. So if you're in need of a good essential oil diffuser, I will link this one down below. And I'll also link my favorite essential oils as well. I've tried a lot of them over the years and I've used these same ones for years and years because they are really high quality and they don't break the bank. I've shared this Christmas hack before, but if you have a Christmas tree without a Christmas skirt, all you need is a simple throw blanket and you can wrap it around the base of your tree and voila, you have an instant tree skirt.
Johnny wants a pair of skates, Susie wants a dolly, Natalie wants a storybook, she thinks dolls are folly. As for me, my little brain isn't very bright. Choose for me, old Santa Claus, what do you think is right?
On our art shelf, I'm just adding a few little fun decor pieces, but I always try to add a few nativity sets around the house. So we do have one downstairs on our built-in shelves. And then these ones were actually hand painted by my older brother and his family. And I just love pulling these ones out each year. Last year, I actually got to go visit one of my sisters and we went to this one really cool nativity thing where they had, I don't know, it was like hundreds of different nativities and it's so cool just to see different takes on them and different designs and different styles and sizes. I think nativities are one of the coolest things. All right, and just like that, it's time to pack up the few pieces of decor I'm going to be using in the theater room and head on in to start decorating in there.
Laughing all the way, bells on bobtails ring, making spirit bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
These gold bells on the top shelf are from Amazon. I got them a few years ago, but I believe they still have them in stock actually. But they are one of my absolute favorite pieces. I feel like they're so versatile. Like you can hang it off a blanket ladder, you can hang it from a wreath, or you can add it into your garland. You can set it on a shelf. You can use it in a table centerpiece. Like there's just so many different ways that you can style these, and I think they are so timeless.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
This was so random that I pulled down the projector, but I was actually pulling it down to see if it would hit the tree or anything, and clearly I had a lot of space there, so that was not a worry. But I ended up moving this little tree just over by the door because even though there's not a plug-in over there, we've had this tree for so many years that most of the lights don't actually work anymore, so I didn't need to plug it in anyway. So So this is one of my favorite ways to just easily, simply, and affordably decorate, especially for, I guess, really for the Christmas season. But you can get jingle bells from Dollar Tree, Walmart. You can use old ones you have. I actually shared in my prepping for Christmas video how I DIY'd some jingle bells, or some ornaments, I guess, into like a really pretty rustic look. But these ones are literally just how they came. They're just gold. Put them directly into a dough bowl. This one I got for a really good deal at Hobby Lobby, but it is so pretty when you do this. Especially like these ones are all nice and sparkly, so it adds that little sheen, and it's super pretty, and it just cost a couple of dollars. And then you can use this dough bowl all year round, just put different fillers in it.
We got snow underneath our feet, and I got you right here with me. We can do all the things that make it Christmas time. Drinking hot chocolate fireside, checking out all those Christmas lights, singing out every word to carols that we like. We only get this once a year, and now it's here. Feels like Christmas when we're all in one place. It feels like Christmas, these memories we make. And all the world is wonderful, it's on display to see. It feels like Christmas. It feels like Christmas to me. There is hope in the winter sky.
All right, this little guy right here is one of my most special pieces that I have for Christmas time, because when I was growing up, my mom had the same exact Santa. And so a few years ago, I ended up looking for this, and I found one on eBay, and so I ordered one for our family. But every time I see it, it just takes me back to laying on the floor of my childhood home on the very first night that we pulled out our Christmas box. And I remember plugging in the tree lights and just laying them on the floor next to me, and I would just lay there and play with this toy. I think my mom's is actually broken now, but it used to play noise, and like the reindeer would go up and down, and it's just one of those things that always makes me so happy. And now I love that we have one too, and ever since I've gotten it, my kids always go and start playing with it, and it just makes me so happy.
Feels like Christmas to me. Days are filled with wonder, this time with one another. We only get this once a year, and now it's here, yeah. It feels like Christmas when we're all in one place.
These snowmen were actually made by my super talented sister-in-law a few years ago. She just took a regular piece of wood, lathed them, I can't say that. She lathed them, painted them, and added the noses, and they're such cool pieces.
Oh yeah, feels like Christmas when we're all in one place. It feels like Christmas, these memories we make. And all the world is wonderful, it's on display to see. It feels like Christmas. Oh yeah, it feels like Christmas to me.
All right, you guys will have to let me know what you think about everything, especially if you saw part 1 of my Christmas Clean and Decorate, where I decorated downstairs, like I said, in a more neutral way and kind of more wintry. And we also did our hot cocoa bar in that video. Like, we did a lot downstairs. But between the two, which one was your favorite? Do you like more whimsical or more traditional? Or do you like the neutral wintry decor better? If it were just me, I would definitely choose the neutral decor. That's just kind of where my heart is. I really love that. It feels very peaceful to me, but it is so fun up here. I feel like it's perfect, especially this is kind of where the kids hang out a lot, just in the loft area in the theater room. And this whimsical style definitely has like that magic to it. It's less grown up, less polished, and just really, really fun. So I love that we're kind of able to get the best of both worlds with doing 2 different decor styles. Also, I don't think I mentioned in this video yet, but I wanted to remind you guys that I do have a big giveaway going on in my last Christmas Decorate video. where I'm actually going to be picking 2 different winners to win $100 cash, just to be able to give back to you guys and let you know how grateful I am, especially this time of year. I think it's the perfect time to do a little extra and just kind of spread that Christmas cheer. So make sure that you don't forget to check that video out today and get entered into that giveaway. There's still, I think, 1 more week that it's open, but all the details for that are in the description box of that video.
You just said the magic words and poof, I was yours. Well, I think I just stumbled onto some kind of sorcery, 'cause every little thing she does, it's magic to me.
Come check this out.
Oh my gosh.
You like it?
Oh my gosh. This is the newest one I've...
Yeah, that one's so cute.
Wing.
All right, you guys, it has actually been a couple of days since I decorated upstairs, but we have just had like 2 busy days and full nights, so I haven't had a chance to get to everything else. But tonight, Luke and Kyle are actually up with me, and we are going to just wrap the banister in garland, and then we're also going to do our best to wrap up our saguaro skeleton guy that's hanging out in Kyle's office for now. And then some lights came in for our Christmas tree, because if you remember in my last Christmas Clean Decorate With Me part 1, when we decorated kind of the winter wonderland theme in the living room and kitchen and all that, we pulled out the Christmas tree this year, and like only 2 little strips actually light up. We either needed to get a new tree or get lights. I looked at new trees. They are really expensive, so we are going to go the lights route, and then, you know, maybe after the season we can see if there's any sales. But I found some really cool ones just from Walmart, and I already opened up 1 pack and just kind of looked at them, and they're really cool. So we're just gonna wrap up our tree with lights, and I think it'll look really pretty, because right now we've just had it be dark for the last week or so, and we've really missed having like that twinkle in the living room from that. So anyway, let's go ahead and grab the garland and get wrapping.
Take me back, take me home, to the ones I've loved most my life. Summer here.
So this garland right here is actually from Hobby Lobby. I've had it for, again, several years. Like, I don't get a bunch of new decor every single year. We definitely reuse our decor year after year. However, I will kind of change up how I use it. Like, I think last year I might have draped the garland, and then this year I'm kind of wrapping it around the banister. So I try to kind of keep things fresh and exciting by doing it differently each year. But the one bad thing about this garland is, if you can see those little beads on it, it's not quite flocking, but it's, I don't know, it's kind of looks icy, I guess. It looks so pretty, but you can see the mess everywhere. And unfortunately, that mess is not only when we're putting it up, it kind of lasts throughout the season. So I feel like our vacuums are getting a little extra work because of this garland. It is worth it, but I do think it would be nice if that wasn't the case. So I'm keeping my eyes open for a different kind of garland that we might kind of change up for next year. So if you know of any really good deals on really pretty garland that would last a lot of years, let me know in the comments.
It's a holiday, we're celebrating familiar faces and being back together again. Our glasses raised up to our fallen angels, to feeling thankful and being back together again.
So for the cactus, I just got simple white lights, and I don't even think these twinkle or anything. They literally just plug in, and they are just either on or off. But we ended up kind of debating the best way to actually go about wrapping the cactus. And at first we pulled out the ladder thinking that was it. And then we looked around and we were like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. We can just move the cactus, set it over by the stairs, and we can reach the top perfectly. So we did end up still needing to use the ladder, but the really tall part of the ladder, we were able to do it while staying a little closer to the ground, which was nice. But it was a lot of fun doing this. This was the first year that we got the cactus. We actually found it from a local consignment shop. And so it's just been a really cool piece to have in the house. And we knew we had to do something for it for Christmas. So wrapping it in the lights and adding a little Santa hat on top was absolutely perfect. And honestly, it was just so much fun that we were able to include Luke in this just because he's getting a little bit older, and so he loved being able to stay up and just help us out with this.
Here it is, it's finally Christmas. Home in time, together to witness all the trees dressed in lights and the streets wearing white. Back again, lights are blinking and the songs we're singing right. Seeing friends so in love with Christmas time. Hard to
All right, next we are going to work on the Christmas tree. I actually asked you guys on the community tab because I don't even know if we've ever lit our own tree as adults because we've just gotten like the pre-lit faux trees. Growing up, we always lit our own trees. And so I never had to realize like how or learn how many lights you need per foot of tree or anything like that. I was literally just gonna buy one box and I ended up having to buy 5. It feels like a lot, but according to everybody else, that's how much you need. 100 LED lights per foot of tree, which again feels like a lot to me. I'll find out if I overbought. I can always return them, but these ones are really cool. Growing up, we had colorful lights. Now, that's not my aesthetic. I don't love the colorful lights to match with everything. I love the neutral, but I know that the kids would love the colored lights. So I found these that do both, and they can also twinkle because I've seen that really viral Christmas tree from Home Depot and I looked at it and it was so expensive and I'm like, all right, I can't do that. But I think that the twinkle lights are so pretty. These can also do that too. So I feel like they kind of do everything. They come with a remote and you can plug up to 5 together. So let me show you what they do and then we'll string up the tree.
waking up everyone early. You forget all your cares as you run down the stairs. Santa Claus, paper everywhere, and stockings in a line, all because.
All right, so you let me know what you guys think about the tree, but we ended up actually only using about 3 boxes of the lights, and to us it ended up looking pretty full, especially because we still haven't decorated. So once we add the ornaments and everything, it will look even more full, but let me know what you think. And also I wanted to mention, we do not decorate our Christmas tree until the day after Thanksgiving. That's just a tradition that we have had forever. And so that's kind of what we do. And especially since we decorate a little bit early for some people, we decorate the 1st of November usually. It's really fun to still do something special after Thanksgiving that really says like, okay, Christmas is almost here. And that's kind of our tradition. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like I said, a lot of my decor is from previous years, but anything I can find that's still available, I will link it down below. And if you're wondering on where something's from, just ask me in the comments and I'll do my best to let you know where I got it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you are not subscribed and part of the family, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss out on all of my future videos, including decluttering my closet next week. That'll be the very next video that you guys see. And I'm honestly a little bit nervous about sharing it with you guys because it is the worst my closet has ever been. So I'm going to ask now for no judgment on that video. It looked really rough, but I got rid of so much, and the before and after is incredible. So don't miss out on that one. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Come on, dive in.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing some super deep cleaning. I am sharing all the little nooks and crannies of our house that has been getting a little bit away from me. I know during the holiday time especially, it's so easy to just neglect your home a little bit, but today we are giving it a little extra time, a little bit of love, and I am going to be deep cleaning everything. So come along with me and get some insane cleaning motivation. Let's do this.
Not the fingertip, I get the whole hand dirty. It's the injury to never breach, make a body sturdy. And at the end of that, turn it on like a thermostat. Hot mess, effortless, throw yourself with the heaters out. Make it work somehow, get all over it. Pour it all out, get all over it now. Next throw down with a little grit. Let it all out, get all over it.
It's kind of funny filming these videos because I notice a lot of things that I otherwise probably wouldn't have noticed, or at least not as soon as I did. Sometimes it's a good thing, other times it's just a not nice reminder. I definitely did not deep clean under my bed, as you can tell from that last clip. I am definitely reminded that now I need to. But anyway, my mom and sister are actually coming to visit us, so this is definitely a necessary deep clean because, like I had mentioned, everything kind of goes out the window during the chaos of the holidays, but also because I know we have company coming, I know I'm going to be neglecting our house even more than I do during the holiday chaos. So this is all just very, very necessary, but I am so beyond excited. I can't wait to see my mom and give her a hug and spend time with my sister. And I'm also really excited to bounce all of my bedroom and bathroom makeover ideas off of them. And hopefully it'll help me kind of narrow down my plans for this space, because I feel like the longer it takes me to get to a project, my mind just goes wild with a million ideas, and then I have the hardest time kind of narrowing it down.
Sight is all in how you see. We look for it, or watch it leave. Every little place and every bit of pavement, everywhere I go. Every day I'm taking, every move I'm making, everywhere I go. Gotta get around, gotta get around. Gotta get around, gotta get around. Every little space and every little placement, everywhere I go. Every day I'm chasing.
All right, we are jumping right into deep cleaning. Now, these are some of my favorite bathroom cleaning products, and they're the ones that I'm going to be using today. However, I do like to change things up, especially when it comes to cleaning, just to help it not feel so monotonous and so repetitive, because often that is exactly how cleaning feels. So anything that makes it more enjoyable or exciting is always a win in my book. But these ones are definitely some of my tried and true products and also techniques. Now, what I'm doing here is utilizing my mirror cleaning hack. This really is my favorite for really tall mirrors that normally I would have to be climbing on countertops or grabbing a stool out for. But all you do is grab a Swiffer along with a microfiber glass cleaning cloth and then some Sprayway, and you're just going to attach the cloth to the Swiffer sweeper and then go to town. It's amazing how well this works. I will say that I think my e-cloths work a little bit better as far as not leaving any streaks behind. It's definitely possible with this, but you have to be a little bit more careful. However, I definitely will put off cleaning my mirrors if they're really tall and annoying to get to, and with this hack, I have cleaned them so much more often, so it's absolutely a win.
met you. Been dancing on the clouds. You're heaven sent. Did it hurt when you hit the ground? You sparkle like a diamond. You take my breath away. I'm hashtag blessed. You're the beat to my J. The way you move.
Oh my gosh, I love the smell of this cleaner. It's a peppermint scent, which is one of my favorite scents of all time. I love anything mint and anything citrus, but like I was kind of talking about earlier and doing things to enjoy cleaning a little bit more, for me, adding a scent that I really enjoy definitely makes me enjoy the process of cleaning a lot more. It also kind of encourages me to clean more often because especially if a scent lingers, it just reminds me like, oh yeah, I cleaned that area. It feels really good. It smells really good. But let me know in the comments, do you prefer no scents when you're cleaning, or do you have a favorite scent? Like, do you like minty scents, floral, fruity, or something completely different?
So hot and so cool. Can't help but say, I freaking love you, love you.
I get questions about this all the time whenever you guys see my little glass carafe bottle with this green liquid inside. Let me know in the comments if you knew what was in it already, but if you didn't know, this is just mouthwash. I just put it in a pretty glass jar and it makes it feel like it actually belongs on the counter.
The way you shake, so hot, so cool. Too much to taste. The way you move, the way you shake, so hot, so cool. Can't help but say, I freaking love you. I freaking love you. Come on, let's do this. I freaking love you, love you.
This right here is called a Dust Daddy Damp Duster. I know it's kind of a long name, but I love this tool so much. It gets hard when it dries up, but no worries. Just run it under some water and it will soften right up. But I love this because you're able to just wipe away and trap the dust, and then you can rinse it off and you're good as new. With towels, I feel like they can only handle so much dirt before you actually have to throw them in the washing machine. But with the damp duster, you can just keep going and going, and it works amazing. To clean the tub, I am going to use my favorite combination. A lot of times I will use a broom. You can literally just go to Dollar Tree and get a broom, and that will seriously save your back when you're not having to scrub your tub. I do have this tool. It's like a long handled scrub brush. It has some different settings. You can make the handle longer or shorter depending on your height and everything. And then I'm literally just gonna use Dawn dish spray. It's the same stuff, I just put it in this bottle, but all I'm gonna do is spray that around, scrub it, and then rinse it down, and you don't have to do any other work. It just kind of does the work for you.
Today I'm feeling like myself. I don't know why it took so long to see all the daylight up ahead.
Okay, apparently I forgot to charge this, so it is dead. So I am gonna go ahead and use my broom, but normally I would use this guy.
Let's get together. Follow me, we'll make it better. We can be who we want to be. Right now we're living young and free. Oh, let's get together.
Our tub does not get used very often. I definitely wish I took more baths, but I feel like I don't know, it just doesn't dawn on me to take a bath when I'm tired or stressed. So with that being said, it just doesn't take a lot of time to clean it. However, our shower is a different story. This shower gets so gross and grimy. I don't know what it is. It just does not take long for it to start looking like this. I really think I need to just reseal the grout in the tile because it's natural travertine and it just gets to looking like this in way too short of a time.
Oh, me and you, we can make it beautiful.
clean the shower, I'm using baking soda because it's slightly abrasive. It's definitely not going to scratch any surfaces. However, it will just kind of help scrub away any soap scum and mildew that you might have in a shower. And I'm also combining it with Dawn Power Wash to suds it up. It just gives a little bit more cleaning power. Honestly, this would be in my top 5 of all time cleaning products. I've been using it for years and it's just like a magically powerful cleaner. I love this stuff so much and you can use it all over your house. It died. That's all I had. Now I'll do the rest by hand.
I got roses in my eyes. She's got a heart full of sunshine. Standing on your doorstep, black bow tie, your red dress burning, sweat dripping down my spine. Ooh.
And then I also wanted to share this. So a few months ago, we actually got a stone bath mat. I've wanted one for so long and we finally ordered one and we have loved it so much. It's really clean. The vacuum doesn't get tied up on it. However, at first I was a little worried about how I was going to clean it. And all I've ended up doing is just using baking soda and dish soap once again. You scrub it down and you rinse and it looks good as new.
Everything is going my way. Good times are here to stay. Everything's going my way. Every diamond's trying to shine like you. Your shape's so perfect. Yeah, you got me like ooh, 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 ooh. Just scan a bit like the finer things in life. Just scan a bit like the finer things. Just scan a bit like the finer things in life. Oh, it's hard to complain. Everything is going my way. No clouds, no rain. Everything is going my way. Everything is going my way. Everything is going my way. Good times are here to stay. Everything's going my way.
Cleaning toilets is such a gross job, but you will never get your toilet cleaner than when you use a steamer. I love my steamer. I've been using it for years, back before it even got really popular, and I feel like you can use it for everything. You can clean door jambs, you can clean toilets, faucets, grout, your trash can. Oh my gosh, the uses are endless. But what I do is I typically will wipe down my toilet with a regular cleaner, and then I'll go back through and actually steam clean the toilet. And by the way, I just wanted to mention this Pink Stuff foaming cleaner is very satisfying, but honestly, it works the same as any other toilet cleaner. So in my opinion, it's not worth the price, but it is satisfying.
Everything is going my way. Everything is going my way. Good times are here to stay. Everything's going my way. Everything is going my way. Everything is going my way.
Can you tell by all the scratches on the side of this vacuum? This has been so well loved and used and abused, but it is my favorite corded vacuum ever. Now, normally I will pull out my cordless vacuum on a daily basis because of convenience. You just can't beat it. However, when you're slow vacuuming and when you're vacuuming carpets and rugs, you just cannot beat the suction of a corded vacuum. And also you might notice how incredibly slow I'm vacuuming. Even if you don't have time to do a full-on slow vacuum where you vacuum it once and then you empty the canister and then you go back in and slow vacuum again, you can just vacuum your floors in one single pass, but do it very slowly, and it really gives your vacuum the chance to fully work and pull all of the dirt and hair and whatever may be stuck in your carpet fibers. It gives your vacuum the chance to suck it all out, and you will be amazed at what your vacuum actually is capable of doing. Now this tool right here is my Roborock Dyad Pro. This is also one that would be in my top 5 cleaning items. I love this so much, and I know it's a little silly to be excited and passionate about what I'm cleaning my floors with, but this guy just saves me so much time and hassle because it vacuums and mops at the same time, and especially with having so much hard flooring in our house, this just saves me so much time. And another thing that I like to do is actually drop a couple drops of essential oil onto the roller, and it makes my home smell amazing while I'm cleaning the floors.
I was so lost. I should have called at the very least. Would it say unknown on your caller ID? Or maybe my number's still saved. Now I'm standing here hungry and I'm ready for action. So let me tell you, I'm ready to jump right back in, back in. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Okay, we are halfway there. Now, if you have not been cleaning with me today, I challenge you to get up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stand up, go ahead and tackle one room or one task in your home and make it a little challenging. Try to finish it before this video is over. So you have 20 minutes. We will race the clock together, and let me know in the comments if you beat the clock. Trust me, it will feel so, so good, and you will thank yourself later that you accomplished it.
Don't believe it, let me demonstrate it. I took apart who I was and I rearranged it. I'm better than I was before.
All right, we are moving right along into day 2, but today we are in the kitchen and living room area. We need to clean things up in here. It's a bit trashed for sure, but I want to get it tidied up, and then we're going to deep clean some areas in here. I really feel like it's so nice to deep clean, especially around the holidays. I think sometimes it's easy to push it off, but it can just feel very chaotic during the holiday time. So having a really deep clean space can make such a difference. So let's get into it, and I'll show you a lot of our dirty little secrets.
Run through the fire, I'll walk the wire. I would sell everything I own. I'd swim the ocean, dance with the devil. I'd sell my soul to take you home. We can feel the floor underneath our feet. Fire shouts through my chest as you watch me bleed. Every kick, drum, hit is a symphony.
Let me know what is usually the messiest, most time-consuming room to clean in your home. I feel like our bedroom is probably the most time consuming room, mostly because of laundry. There is always laundry to get put away. Now the kitchen also gets very messy, but I feel like I can blast through that pretty quickly just because I have so much practice with cleaning our kitchen. It's happened multiple times a day for the last like 15 or more years. But I also think another contender for me would be my office, mostly because it is a catch-all room. I will say decluttering has helped a ton in my office and in my bedroom and kind of all the areas that I've already decluttered. I've been doing a whole decluttering series. If you have missed those, you can check that out. But I do still have a long way to go. So I'm really looking forward to the time, and I'm hoping I'll get there when decluttering is not a huge priority because I've already decluttered so much. But until then, we'll continue on and just make the best of it. This little box that I'm holding here is like a little acrylic bug terrarium thing. It's been Liam and Noah's hobby for a while to go out and collect bugs, and they've actually done really good. Like they do research to figure out which bugs need what food and what home and things like that. And they have kept, I would say, most of the bugs alive, which has been really neat for them. But I remember when I was a kid, singing and dancing was my hobby. I don't know that I was very good at it, but I just, that didn't really matter when you're a kid. But my best friend and I made up this girl group and we called it Girl Talk. And we would put on performances for my parents and her parents, and we would just use this little karaoke machine that I'd gotten for Christmas one year. It's so embarrassing now, but back then it was just so cool and I loved it. And I was talking to Kyle the other day because he definitely has a hobby of playing pickleball. It's like his favorite thing to do, but I feel like I don't even have a good hobby anymore. I don't know when that happened where you just kind of lose your hobbies, or maybe I'm a little weird and everyone else still has a hobby and I don't, but I just feel like I don't have a hobby right now. I don't know. I definitely feel like I need to prioritize finding out what my hobby is because there's a lot of things that I enjoy, just not a lot of things that I actually spend my time doing, I guess.
Next to me, I'm gonna rush like a river. I keep following my feet. I find a way out of the city until you're next to me. But the bridges onto the ocean. I got a spotlight.
I just realized that I never got a chance to show you guys the new Bloom Towels Christmas launch. They are so beyond cute. I'm obsessed with all of them. So they pretty much have two different styles right now. They have more traditional Christmas prints, and then they also have a collection that's more whimsical, and that is the one that is stealing my heart right now. I just think it's so cute. They have like a gingerbread one, they have one with trees, and oh my gosh, this one with cute little sweaters. Like, I don't know how they come up with these prints that are just so adorable, but I just love them so much. If you want to check them out, I will have them linked down below, and also they have a coupon code that I believe will save you 15% off your entire order. The code is Amanda, but if you use the link, then you don't even need the code.
In the call of the city, until you're next to me. Burn the bridges onto the ocean. I got a spotlight, a spotlight. I ain't gonna look back.
All right, now that everything is nice and tidied, we are going to get some deep cleaning done. So the first thing is our microwave. It's a little rough in there, but typically what I like to do and what I never really have a problem with is using Dawn dish spray and a Scour Daddy. Literally just spray it down. I feel like this stuff is magic and it just eats away everything. You can also steam vinegar in here if it's really caked on, but I don't even do this crazy often, as you can see. And the Dawn dish spray does the job great. These spaces are definitely some that are very looked over, or at least in our house they are, because you're able to close the door and they're kind of out of sight, out of mind. Like you only remember that the microwave is dirty when you open it or close the door, and the rest of the time it's like, oh, the outside looks nice, it's all good. But all that to say, it is amazing what a difference it makes when you deep clean those spaces. It's kind of like cleaning your kitchen sink. Like you can clean your kitchen, but once you clean your kitchen sink, it's like a next level clean. And I feel like that's the same when you deep clean your microwave and stove.
You and I, taking all this time. I wanna go back, but love was an open door. Oh, you know, we're stronger than before. And I can remember how your love was an open door. Won't take it for granted.
Okay, moving right along to the oven. First off, I want to say this silicone oven liner has helped so much. Now the oven still needs some help, but it needs a lot less help because of this liner, which has been amazing. But first things first, whenever you're cleaning your oven, you want to go ahead and wipe it out with a dry cloth, or go ahead and use your vacuum if it's really awful, and you can just suck all of those little bits and pieces up. And then if it's not terribly dirty, you can use Tangerine Clean or the pink stuff. Both of those work pretty well, but if it's been a while since you've cleaned it, or you need something a little bit more intense, I would suggest going for the Scrub Daddy Power Paste. That stuff, I don't know how they've got it so strong, but it just works so incredibly well. You don't even have to use a whole lot of elbow grease. It just kind of does the work for you, and it very easily gets it all clean. And once you wipe it up and dry it off, it just looks sparkly clean again.
Our love is an open door. You and I, taking all this time. I wanna go back, but love was an open door. Oh, you know.
The grates in your oven are like the worst thing for me to clean. I don't know what it is. I think it's just kind of an awkward thing to clean because the grates are going all different ways. So that's probably the biggest reason why I kind of try to avoid cleaning the oven. Again, using the Power Paste and a lightly abrasive sponge to scrub off any burnt mess. That works super well.
It's been a while since we felt the way we did back when we were dumb and younger. It's been a while since I looked into your eyes and saw starlight, bold, bright colors. Yeah, when I'm down, when I'm dry, no one else.
You guys, look at that shine. Does that not look incredible? I am just always amazed when the oven is fully clean like this. It looks so good. All right, I know we are kind of in the middle of the holiday season right now, so go ahead, cook all that food, make all the messes, enjoy the memories, and then you can come back to this video after the holidays and get some serious motivation to whip things back into shape, and we can get our homes put back together again. But speaking of the upcoming holidays, let me know, do you have any plans? Are you staying home? Is family coming to visit? Are you doing holidays with friends? For us, we do have family coming for Thanksgiving, and then for Christmas, it's just planning to be us for now. But I was talking to Kyle, and we don't have plans to do this right now, but we thought it would be so much fun to do like a getaway Christmas one year. Maybe when the boys are a little older, we might go to New York or something, and basically that would be the Christmas gift. There would be no other gifts, but I feel like that would just make the best memories one year. Let me know if you guys have ever done anything like that. All right, next up I have our couches. So we're not only going to vacuum these, I do not vacuum inside of them near often enough, but I'm also going to kind of restore the leather a little bit. We have had these couches ever since we moved in this house. So coming on, I guess like 2.5 years, and I have 0 times put anything on them or really taken care of them at all. And I have what I think is going to work. I tested it out in an area the other day on kind of like the back of the couch, so it wouldn't make a big deal if I messed it up, but it was fine. So I'm gonna go ahead, vacuum them out, and then clean and restore the leather. Hopefully it'll make a huge difference and they'll look incredible. Thankfully for me, leather is very forgiving, and for the most part, I would say it gets better with age. And I kind of love the imperfections that happen just over the years because it kind of wears into itself, and then it gets past a point and I'm like, all right, I just got to get this a little bit extra love, and you will be so amazed at the after. It looks so good once I'm finished. Can you see how this leather cleaner and conditioner is just breathing life into the fibers of this couch? I was hoping it would work this good, but honestly, I was just amazed at every single area of the couch that I worked on. It just brought so much color back into it and luster. It ends up looking amazing. The cushions were definitely the most annoying part, just because of all of the creases and folds and crevices and all that stuff that kind of leather has, I guess, or probably just any cushions, not specifically leather. But I did go through them very, very thoroughly. And then once I got everything wiped down with the leather conditioner, I just laid them out kind of away from each other so they could go ahead and dry. And once they dried, they seriously were looking like almost new.
Imagine all you can do. Inside my head. Whatever you do, just don't look down. You won't know what's out there if you don't find out. Good days start right now. Good days start right now. Good days start right now.
always such a big proponent that investing your time in your home will always pay off. And I don't mean doing DIYs and renovations. I just mean every day taking care of your home, vacuuming your floors, wiping off your countertops, scrubbing the mess away. It will always pay off. I feel like a lot of times we can forget that and it just feels monotonous, like I was saying earlier, but it really is such a beneficial thing to keep up with your home. I definitely used to feel like others maybe didn't feel like being a stay-at-home mom or homemaker was important, but as I've gotten older, I've become a lot more comfortable in how I really feel. And I just feel like homemaking is so important. It's not a lesser way to spend your time or spend your life. It's something that blesses your entire family, especially when you can take care of the things and people in your home with pride. I am so passionate about making homemaking feel enjoyable again and sharing ways to make it feel easier and simpler. And also, whether you work outside of the house or you work from home or you're a stay-at-home mom, we all are homemakers and we are making our homes better for not only our family but also for ourselves. And I feel like it's just so important to remember that it is such a blessing to have a home to look after. So try this week as you are cleaning up those messes, as you're doing your laundry, whatever the case may be. Take pride in what you're doing and know that it's making a difference. This is seriously what you're going to find when you just vacuum your floors one time and you don't do a slow vacuum. It will make the biggest difference. So go ahead, vacuum your floors like regular. Then you're going to empty out that canister and you'll start from scratch. Then as you go over your floors for the second time, you are going to go very, very slowly. It almost seems painfully slow at first, but just watch your vacuum canister completely fill up. Your carpets are going to feel so much fresher. They're going to feel fluffier. And when you lay on the floor, you're not going to see or feel any of that dirt or dust or hair, or anything that was kind of stuck in those fibers. Give your vacuum the opportunity to do its best job and you will just be amazed.
I'm not a superhero, but I just might be tonight. I'm feeling kinda cool. Got my best shirt on and I'm playing my song. Cool. As you move your feet, slide up next to me. It's cool. I'm feeling kinda cool. I'm feeling kinda in the moment. We could be the only ones in the room. Baby, it's true. There's a magic cutting through the static, getting me high. We're gonna fly.
Oh my gosh, you guys, we got so much done. We got the bathroom cleaned, we got the bedroom deep cleaned, the shower scrubbed down, all the things, the oven and the microwave and the windows and the mirrors and those couches. Oh my gosh, tell me what you think about them, but I just feel like they look so incredible. I'm so impressed with that stuff. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you got a lot of motivation from today. Also, let me know, did you take me up on my challenge and did you beat the clock or are you still working? Either way is fine, but way to go if you took me up on that challenge. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are decluttering several areas in my home. I am doing this a little bit different than I usually do, so I have a lot of new tips to share with you, a lot of new techniques that I'm trying out, and I have to say, once I got done with it, it felt so good. So I'm really excited to share this motivation with you. Before we get started today, let me know what area in your house you are planning to declutter next, and we can do this together. Let's do this. All right, I literally just made this bed and look. What are you doing, Ollie? He just jumped up from down here into the bed. Like, that's fine.
I wanna hear you say that you only want me.
So I am really pumped for today. I am officially starting my new decluttering journey. I started listening to an Audible book about decluttering, and I feel like I learned a lot of new things, new techniques and tricks and tips that I have never tried before, and I'm really, really excited to test them out and see how it goes. So I figure as I'm decluttering today, I will share with you guys kind of the things that I've learned, but we are going to be working kind of towards the front of the house. That's one of the things that she talks about, is starting towards the front of the house and not just focusing on, you know, like inside cabinets and kind of those hidden places. Instead, you want to do the things that you see every day, because that's what's going to really motivate you to continue your decluttering journey. I am so happy you're here with me today. I cannot wait. I am so excited just to feel the peace that we're going to create from this, and I hope that this will motivate you to tackle whatever area in your house is giving you a little bit of a headache or stressing you out. Let's go ahead and get into it. My office is a place that I spend a lot of time. It's also right by the front door. It's almost guaranteed that when I come in here, my office is going to be a wreck, even if I cleaned it the day before. So I really want to come in here and just declutter as much as I can. I'm going to try to be as ruthless as I can with it and just be really real with myself. Is this something that's going to serve me today? Is it something that I pretty much never get into, that I never deal with? And if so, then why am I holding on to it? I'm also going to be doing two different things. I'm going to be donating things, and some of the things I'm going to be doing a yard sale for, because that way I feel like it's a little easier to get rid of. But I'm actually going to put the boys in charge of the yard sale. I'll be sitting out there with them, but they are going to kind of run it. I think it'll be a good lesson to them and show them it's good to get rid of things. And also I'm going to let them have the money from the things. So this would be a good way for them to actually do the work and earn the money. All right, this is my Cricut cabinet, and there are a lot of things in here that I use, but there are also some things that I've gotten, maybe it was on sale or whatever, that I just never ever grab for. So instead of just keeping everything, I'm going to go through it and get rid of it. Like for example, this, it's an iron-on, but I have had this for actually a couple of years and I haven't used it at all. I haven't opened it, I haven't used these colors. So chances are I'm not going to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Now this one, I always go for this. I actually just got this one because I needed the color and then I happen to have another one. So these, for example, I don't think I'm gonna use any of these colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and donate this one, or maybe we'll put it in the garage sale, but basically I'm not going to keep this cluttering up my cabinet. I have a duplicate kind of over here. This one's not as bad. This is more like transfer tape and things like that, but we're still gonna go through that one too. Can't remember if I mentioned this before, but the book is actually called Declutter at the Speed of Life by Dana K. White. It's been one of the best decluttering books I've ever read. But in that book, she talks about how you should declutter the front of the house first, because that's where you see all the time. And I feel like for me, I typically will go for my closet or the kitchen cabinets or something like that where it's kind of hidden, where it is places that I access frequently, but not all day long. Like I'll go in my closet in the morning and then I don't go back in there until the evening. Whereas at the front of my house, I see it multiple times a day. And so you want to declutter those spaces that you see all the time just to keep getting motivation. And another thing that she mentions is to declutter the open spaces first. Now I have to say I'm quite good at hiding my clutter sometimes. So I will tuck away all of my clutter into cabinets and drawers and whatever. So I am following her advice. However, I'm not only decluttering open areas, I'm also decluttering the areas that I always hide, but they always find their way back into the open areas, if that makes sense. But I used to really struggle when I would find a really good sale on something that I knew I could use. If I don't get it now, then I'll have to pay full price for it later. So I have these brand new mats in here. and I got them for like $4. Maybe it was even less, maybe it was marked down further than that. And I have multiple back there and I just don't need them right now. I guarantee they've been in here at least a year, probably 2 years. So instead of me holding on to them in here, I'm going to get rid of them. When I end up needing a new mat, I'll just go to the store and get one. Hopefully I can find it on sale, but this way I'm not having to hold on to even more stuff for a long time. It's a little hard for me to do that, but I just don't want to be holding on to everything in case I need it one day. I love this lamp, it's so cute, but I never ever turn it on. I always use that one in the corner, and then I use the one on my desk, and that one I just never ever use. So it is going goodbye.
Aren't you tired of the drama? You use your words like they are knives. I don't need that type of drama.
This is one of my to-do lists, and I don't use these anymore because instead I use a time-blocked to-do list, and that has helped me so much more. So even though this is really cute and actually I still have a lot of pages left, I know that I'm not going to start using this. I'm just going to keep using what I know works for me, so this is not something I need to hang on to. So we'll let someone else use it. Also, I did want to mention I am not organizing anything in here. I'm not going to spend my time organizing today. My goal today is just get things out of our house that is not serving us and continue with that motivation instead of getting so hyper focused on one area and making it perfect. Like, I'll put it back nice, but I'm not going to be going and getting new bins to organize everything or anything like that. I'm just pulling out what we're not keeping, and then I'll deal with the organization aspect later.
Try to make yourself feel better by taking me down. Once I fell, but now I'm strong. I'm ready for the rematch. Shoot me down, don't you know I get up? Yeah, baby, I will fight. No, there ain't nothing stopping me. I'm bulletproof, I won't fall.
The next thing I wanted to work on is this overly stuffed, super cluttered sideboard. It looks so pretty on the outside, but on the inside it is not functional at all because really it just is stuffed full of things that a lot of times I don't use or that really shouldn't be in this kind of high traffic area. Some of the things I have in here should actually be more tucked into my closet in like a keepsake area. So I'm trying to go through this area fast, but I'm also trying to be efficient.
You try to make yourself feel better by taking me down. Once I fell, but now I'm strong. I'm ready for the rematch. Shoot me down, don't you know I get up? Yeah, baby, I will fight. No, there ain't nothing stopping me. I'm bulletproof, I won't fall. I'm bulletproof.
This is so random, but I started doing this actually when we moved here, and I wish I had done this when our boys were even younger. They will meet someone at school, and it's so hard to get your information to the other parent. So I made these little cards, I think just on Vistaprint a long time ago. On one side it said, our kids would love to play, and I just put all 3 of our boys' names so I could use them for all of them. And what I'll do is I'll either underline whoever it is or circle it so they can give this to their friend. And then on the other side just has my name and my number, and it says call me, and then that way the boys can take these to school. It's been so helpful to get in contact with the other parents because it's actually a little card versus just my name and number written down. So anyway, if you have young kids, try doing this. It's just been really awesome.
Cold. Get over yourself, are you for real? Why are you looking at me so cold? One's love is now we're enemies. You try to make yourself feel better by taking me down. Once I fell, but now I'm strong. I'm ready for the rematch. Shoot me down, don't you know I get up?
Another thing that she shares in the book is when you declutter the front of your house, you typically would just continue on through your house and move forward and not retouch that front area again. However, she says, you know, clutter kind of creeps back in. And so instead, you want to declutter that front area of your house, But then the next time you go back to declutter, you want to go back through that front area and re-declutter those areas one more time. But when it took you an hour the first time, it's going to take you 5 or 10 minutes the next time, because not a lot is going to have changed between declutters this time, and it will continue to get you completely motivated. So I thought this was a really unique idea because it's not something that I've typically done in the past. I just kind of move forward, but it actually makes a lot of sense. It just continues to keep that motivation and keep your spaces decluttered as you go. So I will be visiting this area again, but it won't be this drastic next time. All right, I have my office completely decluttered and it feels so much better. Honestly, this is a pile of things that just needs to get put somewhere else, but we're keeping. This is donate, and then this is going to be going for the garage sale. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them into a box so that we don't have to keep our laundry baskets being used for a while. And then we're going to head into, I think, the guest room next. Lots of times when I declutter, I will skip over things and hold on to things, and then eventually I'll let go. So that's kind of why, even though I've decluttered these areas in the past, I've still ended up finding new things to declutter today. But I wanted to share that because I wanted to give a little reminder to not be hard on yourself. Decluttering is a journey, and you definitely just want to focus on progress over perfection. And I also wanted to share that typically when I declutter, I feel like I don't go back out and buy a lot of new things right away. Of course, it kind of happens over time, and that's completely normal. Like, you're not ever gonna not buy something new. Do your best to make sure that you're being intentional with your new purchases so that you don't immediately have to declutter a bunch of things because you just filled in the kind of empty space that you just cleared out. I got this blanket last year and I love it. I think it's so pretty, but it just continuously snags. But I can't bring myself to get rid of it because it's just so pretty and I spent money on it. And I know I always say, don't worry about the money you spent on it. It's gone. Now it's costing you. But some things you can talk about it like that and then it's hard to actually do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it. It's a pretty blanket. Maybe if you didn't have kids or you didn't have cats or dogs or animals, it might be okay, but for our house, it just doesn't work. And then these are actually some pans that, again, like I haven't been able to bring myself to get rid of because they're really nice pans, but they didn't work with our new induction stove. So they're also ones that we are going to go ahead and pass on.
Tonight we're running on the right track. I know we never gonna look back.
When I was in here a few weeks ago decluttering actually this whole cabinet with a bunch of decor, a lot of you had suggested that I decorate this top ledge, and I didn't even think to do that because honestly I just had these really tall pieces that couldn't go anywhere else, and so I figured, no, this is a storage area, I need to keep it at that. But this time I took your guys' advice and I decided to not only store the tall items here, but I also kind of styled them in a way that looked decorative. And so I wanted to say thank you for that suggestion because now it looks really pretty, but it's also functional because it's storing my decor.
Party like, freaking out, to the beat, you'll freak out, sing like, where's the fun in doing what you're told?
This basket right here is actually our decluttering basket. So it sits here, and then throughout the week, throughout the days, we can just like toss something in there if we need to get rid of it. And then that kind of regularly gets donated. I'm leaving this here, but that's what that's for. We are going to head into this area, and that's kind of how it looks a lot, except a lot of times there's shoes all over the ground. So I need to go through and just really minimize this and only use what we're using all the time and not what's just getting thrown about on a daily basis, because it's not really useful anymore, like it doesn't fit or whatever the case may be. The boys had just gotten home from school, so I ended up taking advantage of that and having them help me in here, just kind of going through which shoes fit, which didn't. And once we got done in here, this space has been kind of a headache, or a big headache, I guess, for a really long time. And it finally has been functional for us. It's not overflowing with shoes that aren't being worn. So there are really so many benefits to decluttering your house. I'm sure that most of you have decluttered on and off, and I just want to remind you of that amazing feeling when you have just kind of what you need and not all this excess that isn't being used. It feels so peaceful. All right, this is ridiculous. I'm going to show you guys the shoe and station area. It's time to declutter some of this stuff. So I really feel like I don't go out and buy a bunch of new shoes. I know this cabinet looks crazy. They're not all mine, but a lot of them obviously are. However, the thing that I do is I kind of hold on to them, because if they're not broken, then I will just keep on keeping them. And so I get new shoes, but then I just continue to keep the old ones that I had. But when I don't actively declutter things, this is what I'm left with. Okay, out of all of that, this is what I'm keeping. These two sets of sandals I wear all the time. I actually got them from Costco last year or the year before, so they are getting a bit worn, but I still wear them all the time. Then these shoes, they are a bit worn, but my mom had gotten me these, and they are just like the most comfortable shoe. These are my painting and outdoor shoes. So just like if I'm hanging out in the garage or hanging out, outside and doing a project, I'll wear those because they're plastic. They're obviously very worn and they're comfortable. These will be donated. Moving into Kyle's office. Now, I cannot do as much in a space that is not mine at all, like his office, but I do know some things don't need to be here anymore, things that I know he's not really using, or maybe even things that I placed in here that he doesn't utilize at all. So I just did my best to kind of remove the unneeded things, and then even though I'm not doing a full organization, I did kind of readjust a few things to make them look and feel more peaceful. But this is actually a space that normally I would have completely overlooked. I would have just walked out of this room and not dealt with it. But because I was doing the front of the house, this is near the front of the house, so I incorporated that into my group of places that I was decluttering today. And in the end, I was really happy I did, because then it felt the same as all the other places. It just felt more peaceful when you walked by. I thought I had some of those little cord keepers, but I either must not have ordered them or I can't find where they're at. So I'm just gonna wrap these up and literally just use good old Scotch tape to kind of wrap these up and keep them organized, because right now we would just end up going and grabbing a new cord because we don't even know where to start in here. So here we go. Then this one's easy. It's a watch charger, and if you need it, you can come grab it right out, but it'll be easy to find that way. So as you saw, I did not declutter a ton from this bookshelf, but do you see the difference? You can completely take a few minutes and transform a simple space into something more peaceful and gain motivation from even just that. It doesn't have to be a whole huge declutter. You can declutter, one countertop or one little table or something, or a bookshelf. Those things can give you instant motivation to continue on to tackle the bigger spaces as well. All right, I definitely did not get near as much decluttered in Kyle's office, which is fine. He actually probably has a lot less clutter than I do, and also he just kind of has to go through some of his things himself. The only other area that I wanted to get done today is a couple of the cabinets that we use daily in the kitchen, and they are constantly a mess. I do need to declutter the entire kitchen, but to finish everything up, I think we are going to go ahead and just declutter these 2 cabinets.
Heading to Vegas in my blue striped car. She's riding shotgun and she looks like a star. Yeah, she's got the style that makes you think she's made out of gold. She says she likes it better when we go off-road. Yeah.
Oh, cookbooks. I love cookbooks, but a lot of times I just don't declutter them, and clearly I had so many. I hated opening this cabinet because the cookbooks were just overflowing, and a lot of them I didn't use anymore. Now, I honestly need to declutter the entire kitchen, but I didn't have time to do that today, so I'm just taking this small area and we will get to the rest later. But in the end, we are decluttering at the speed of life, which is perfect because it doesn't mean we're decluttering fast. It doesn't mean we're going a certain speed. It means we are decluttering at the speed at which life will allow. And sometimes that means decluttering an entire kitchen in a day, and another time it means taking on one cabinet. It's all just about that little progress. Okay, so I have basically 2 piles going here. The one on the left are ones that I think I'm going to be getting rid of. I actually had gotten a lot of these books from Mercari or secondhand at the store. Tonight or tomorrow I will go through all of these cookbooks. These ones I might keep, but I just haven't had the chance to go through them. And then these ones are saying goodbye.
We can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to my heart.
Gosh, you guys, this felt so good. And I have to say, the front part of our house that I decluttered has stayed so much cleaner, and it just feels peaceful as soon as you walk in the door. I spend a ton of time in my office. I always see Kyle's office and the guest room, and I always am opening up those cabinets in the kitchen. And every time I do, it makes me really excited to declutter the next area. And I can't wait to take you guys along with me on that journey. We are going to continue through the house, so I'm not going to ask you guys this time what area you want me to declutter next. Instead, we are just going to continue on with the flow of the house, and it's going to feel amazing. So let me know if you have any tips that I didn't share today. There are a ton that I've found from that book that I didn't share, and I'm honestly not even finished with the book. So I'll have a ton to share in the next decluttering video, but thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
We're like superstars. Windows roll down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money. We can skip that part. All I want is her to be with me. She's got a ticket to